Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the secret test maps that are hidden in Halo 3 ODST's game files within the mod tools, the official mod tools specifically. So, there are 3 maps hidden, and they may look familiar to you because they are very similar to the ones that have been included in Halo 3 and Halo Reach in the mod tools. And I actually only just noticed this the other day. I didn't realize that, I knew they added it to Halo 3 and Halo Reach, and I covered those videos, but I actually never noticed that they added it to ODST. I guess I never would have thought they would have, but they did add ODST versions. So without further ado, we'll be taking a look at those maps for this video. So the first map is the audio map, which if you've seen the previous videos, you should know by now that the audio test map, it's got a lot of materials on it that have different material types, which will produce different sound effects. There'll be water, or there'll be snow or dirt, and when you walk on it, or you shoot it, or you drive a vehicle over it, it will make that sound. And the purpose of that is to obviously test those sounds. And the actual just the map itself, it's pretty much the same as the Halo 3 version. So it's not as fancy as the Halo Reach version, but it's still the same as Halo 3. But the difference is that the ODST version has a lot of different stuff placed on it. The starting spawn point is different, if I recall, but the objects are completely different. They're mostly ODST objects. And just this one elevator switch here, I don't think I've ever seen it in game before. I don't remember if it's used anywhere. I thought it might have been used on Data Hive, but I don't think so. I don't remember ever actually having to use an elevator switch on that mission. I could be wrong though. I could just be remembering incorrectly. So if I am, just correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know where the elevator switch is actually used. But I think it might be an unused elevator switch that's included on this map. But aside from that, we got some there's more interactive objects on this than the Halo 3 version. But just that gate, and there's a bunch of weapons and vehicles. But aside from that, that's basically it for this version of the map. So it's got a little more stuff than the Halo 3 version, but ultimately it's very similar. And it's obviously not as fancy as the Halo Reach version, which is a much more actual map in my opinion. But next up we have the lighting reference materials map. As name would imply, this is the test lighting and materials and stuff like that. And it does that by using this Coliseum map once again, which is largely the same as Halo 3 and Halo Reach, but closer to Halo 3. It's a little different than the Halo 3 version, but it's very similar idea. It's got all these reference materials placed in the center of the Coliseum, again to show what they look like and also to test them out. We got a few empty rooms here, just like the Halo 3 version. We also have, this is pretty much the lighting reflection test, which I don't remember if it's named the same as the Halo 3 version, but in Halo Reach, that's what it was called. And same thing as the other maps in 3 and Reach. The railings here are not solid still, but other than that, I mean, this map could still be kind of playable. If people build stuff on this, you could potentially build some kind of gladiator game type, or yeah, I mean, because it's ODST, you could do a firefight kind of gladiator kind of game type, and it'd be kind of cool actually. I might actually try something like that. If you guys are kind of interested, I could potentially make a simple firefight mod like that. But yeah, I mean, the rest of the map, water out here is pretty bad in the Halo 3 and ODST versions. There is water, as you saw. There's a layer or two, but it's obviously not as nice as the Reach version. The rest of the map, I think, should be identical to Halo 3. We got these low-hanging alpha textures. We got there's still that invisible wall here, just like in Halo 3. Got some plants. Don't recall if the plants are any different. I don't think they are. And we got a little stream, a little waterfall here, a little cave, and the stream just kind of floats out into the lake. Well, it's not a lake, it's an ocean actually. And top of the mountain here, we can see the whole map. But that's about it for this map. So yeah, it's a pretty cool map, and it could actually be used for actual stuff. But anyways, the last map that's included in the ODST mod tools is the box map. This map is probably the simplest and the smallest of all three, and it is literally just, well, I mean, you know, as you've seen in the previous video, it's just a box map, really. I mean, it's got a few stuff, but overall the bounds of the map is just a box, just a cube. And within the bounds, we have this simple, almost like a mini arena map, really. It could be used for like a 1v1 map, maybe like 2v2. You could have like maybe sniping across the map or something like that. But there's not really much the map can be used for besides just testing stuff. And I do use it to test stuff a lot. And you've seen in some videos I've used the box map to showcase some simple things. It's just a simple map to spawn stuff on quickly. But it has some error textures underneath these buildings here. In Halo Reach, they were glowing colors. In Halo 3, I don't actually remember what was underneath. I don't remember if Halo 3 also had the error textures there. But aside from that, everything else should be the same as the Halo 3 version. It should have like the same skybox and everything. Actually, I think the skybox is a little bit different. I don't remember off the top of my head either, but I think Halo 3 had like a more like daytime skybox versus ODST, which has a more like afternoon skybox, and Halo Reach is just pitch black for the skybox. So that would be kind of fitting, that little transition from like day to noon to, well, pitch black night. But yeah, so this is the ODST version of the box map, and like I said, it's largely, I mean, the box map is pretty much consistent between all three games, whereas like the Coliseum, I mean, the Coliseum is also fairly consistent aside from the objects placed. But then the audio map, it's the same as Halo 3 and ODST, whereas Reach is completely different. But yeah, so there you guys have it. Those are the 3 secret test maps that are hidden in the ODST mod tools, the official Halo 3 ODST mod tools. And they're never used in-game in MCC, but for this video I did load them in MCC to see what they're like and how they work. So they work just fine. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be interesting. If you did, then as always, make sure to leave a like. I'll leave thoughts in the comments. Anything else you check out looking to, just let me know. But aside from that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.